some of the things that you can look for, when picking one, when researching to get yourself basically in a good position and into good projects. I don't know if we should wait a little bit because I don't like my cat. We should probably wait just a little bit more, maybe 5 more minutes, see if more people come in.
Yo,
If
Lewis.
not, then we'll
Yo, Lewis, you can see my
what's
screen?
up?
You can see my screen?
Yeah, yeah,
All right, hold on.
yeah, yeah. It was good.
Hold on. I don't know why this shit's acting out.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, he was
How
arrested.
old is it?
He's probably like 5 years now.
Yeah, how many? Look, I want.
Oh, dope, man. It's a little blurry though. I think your service is a little messed up, or is it my service? I think he froze. So. Hey, Lewis, you can hear us? I think he froze.
Oh, he's kind of out, in and out.
Yeah, I think he froze. But what's good with you, Julian? When you landing?
Saturday over there.
Oh shit, you landing
Yeah.
Saturday morning?
Uh,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, we can hear you, Lewis.
It'll
Yeah.
be Saturday early morning.
What? Is that? Oh, you're talking about something else. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Sorry, boss.
what? But yeah, we should wait just a little bit more. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over some of the things like how to properly research them, the altcoins, so you guys can, if you want to. I mean, I don't, I don't necessarily invest in those things. I'm more of a long-term person, but if you want to, and I know a lot of people have been asking, and it's a good way to play with a little bit of money and turning into a good amount of money if you want to. But obviously, this comes with research, and you have to do a lot of work to figure out you got a good setup for a good coin, or so you don't get scammed because a lot of these are going to come out every new bull run. There's new ones, and a lot of them are scams, or you're just going to lose your money eventually. So, but yeah, just wait a little bit. Let's wait until you know maybe 9. If nobody comes in, I'll just go with you guys and explain
Let's
to you.
go. Perfect. Beautiful. So you
Yeah.
you really don't invest in altcoins like that? Isn't that's not kind of like your thing?
I mean, I've done it before. I've made good money with it before, but I just kind of diverted my money into. I like day trading a lot, so
Okay.
I mostly day trade with most of my money. Make like 300, 400 per day and spend like an hour or two in the morning. And then I just invest in Bitcoin mostly, in Bitcoin, Solana. Um, it's because a lot of it is it's kind of have how can I explain? I have like not really much interest in it because I've been burned before, so I didn't like it that much, but I can see the potential that people see, and I've done meme coin trenches as well, just sitting there and fucking picking up meme coins and you know 5xing them, but that also I didn't like because it's kind of you have to be really trenched and like sit there for hours and hours, and it's fun, but at the same time it's like.
It's only fun when you make money. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun even when you lose money because it's so quick. You're buying in, and then 2 minutes later you lost all your money, and it's like it's crazy how that happens. But at the same time, you have to like literally sit there for hours and hours, anytime from fucking 3 a.m. or 6 p.m. or 3 p.m. or whatever time. There's always new coins, so you
That's
always have to
insane.
be there and just watch it. Do research on every coin that comes out that is worthy of doing research. Trying to catch the Twitter posts and stuff of like some big news, the coins related to them, and it's a lot of work, and you need to have like at least I would say 10K to just burn, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to make money because you're gonna lose a lot in the beginning. Most of the trades are gonna be losses because everybody's just rugs so many times and
Yeah,
so
that's
quick.
the typical rug, That's all they
Yeah,
do, man.
Why do you think
yeah.
people keep falling for that, Lewis? Like those rug pulls. Why do you think people keep
Um,
falling for it? Do you think they're
bro,
just chasing?
it's literally, bro. You could make the same argument for like casinos. Why the fuck are people going and blowing all their money in Vegas or whatever in another casino? It's first it's an addiction, and second, I think they see results of some people because you could see like for example on Deck Screener, which is a platform like where you could see different coins that merged onto bigger markets that hit like I think 80K market cap or more. They start to become central, kind of on a more bigger chain, and you could see the wins. Like let me try to get on the disc on the call through my computer so I can share my screen. But yeah, like you could see some people. I've seen people turn 2K into like 500,000 in like a day or in like 6 hours. So you see those, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be one of those people, and that's what most people
Yeah.
do. And they don't have the skill and they don't have the money to waste to be able to kind of get to that point because it is possible, but it's like it's
Not
kind of
probably.
difficult in that way.
It's like trying to hit the lotto. It's like you're always gonna see lotto winners.
Yeah, it's like I would say it's like kind of like playing blackjack or something where the house mostly wins, but you could still win big, things like that. Like I would say day trading is like poker because you're playing mostly. I mean, nowadays you play against computers. Most of the trades, I would say, the big money is computers, so it's all algorithm. But still, you could kind of. It's very based on your own skills, and you could develop that, and you could be profitable. Obviously, not every trade is going to be profitable. Like for example, I lost money today. That was my mistake fully because I started off the day with winning money, and then I ended up over trading and losing money, losing it back and losing some more. But the past like week and a half, I've had just green days, green days, green days, green days. So it just depends on like your rules that you set for yourself, and yeah, that's why I think it's like poker because in poker it's mostly about which is called in investing position size, like how much you put in on the table, and obviously playing certain cards with more money or less money, or I mean, there's not really bluffing in trading, but other than that, it's pretty much very similar to the most important is how much money you put in each pot, and that's kind of like trading. Because if you use, for example, if you have $100,000 account and you use only 10,000, you're going to be more in control, more relaxed because the moves are, 1% move, for example, is just $100 from $100,000 account. That's not that much. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be like chilling. That's not money. But if you're using like for example leverage on top of your money, so you're using 150K, and now 1% is like what 1,500. I think I think that's yeah, that should be right. 1,500. Now that's kind of starting to be more painful, and especially if you have like multiple days where you're losing money, that can stack up and hit your confidence. I've had like those periods before where I had a losing streak, and then that like fucks with your mind because you're like, did I lose the skills I have? Like, what the fuck am I doing? And then you're like scared to put money, even if you're maybe right, because you're scared to lose more money, and that's like it's a very psychological thing in general. But yeah, it's kind of day trading in a nutshell.
What are your
Um,
thoughts? What are your thoughts on like the AI like arms race? Like, I know a lot of people are using AI in all their businesses now, and it's what do you think about it using it in like day trading and as well as crypto?
well, not yet. It's functional. I mean, I've tried this before, which is kind of fun to do. If you're trying to look, so what if you remember the last call, I was talking about confirmation bias, which is looking for information that is reinforces what you already think. And so I've done this before as like advice for myself in a sense to see what I'm thinking about it. What is the more like the way I'm leaning more, and I would take screenshot of the chart of a stock or whatever I want to invest, and then looking and then putting in ChatGPT and telling it like, can you tell me what you think about this, and can you break down the chart, and where do you think it's heading? And it would usually break it down pretty well with the kind of limited information you're giving it, because it's obviously not live, and it a lot of the times doesn't have the full information of like the fundamentals or the news that is happening, but it could give a pretty good technical analysis. But I don't think there's anything that is necessarily AI yet. I think there's bots with a script written, which is still really good. It's better than a person because, as I was explaining just a second ago, there is certain thoughts and emotions that come in and that could fuck up your trading plan and make you make irrational mistakes or behaviors that hinder you from getting the money that you want. And a machine is just following a code. So you might lose 6 times in a row, and that doesn't affect anything. It just continues, and next time maybe wins, and then it maybe has its 10 trades per 10 green trades in a row after that. A person could be like, fuck, I'm losing 6 times already, and I've lost like 5K or whatever. And they could get emotional about it, and then be fearful and not take the proper trade and things like that. So, but yeah, I don't think there's AI yet. Maybe there is, but it's not available to the public. Or if it is, it's not that good yet. Like it might break down the technical analysis, but it won't really take any trades for you. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go since I guess we're a little late and people are not gonna hop in. Or maybe later they will hop in. It is Thursday, maybe some people are partying and shit. Okay. So let me see. Let me try to find the link. Let me send it to myself so I can put my computer so I can show you guys some things. But yeah, what you guys been doing? Have you bought any more since our last call? Like, how's it going?
Just Solana. I purchased just Solana. I seen it dipping a little bit and then going back up to its state. So I kind of dipped in Solana a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we're on the verge of either pulling back right now to come back to the previous levels over like 80K or 82K, or we're gonna just break through and go to 90 and play there. It's like literally on the verge. What happened? Yeah. Hey, one sec. But yeah, so we're gonna see what happens because there was some tariffs. I think on don't remember what it was today, but there was some news that kind of sold off the market mostly in all departments today. Was it? I don't remember. I think it was like copper. No, copper was from before. Something that is needed for building and shit.
Wood is the huge essential for sure.
Yeah. So we'll see. Well, April 2nd, I think that's when the tariffs are going in full effect. So we'll see what happens then, because that's going to be either moving the market a lot, or we might just be more uncertain, which I doubt is going to be more uncertainty. We're getting good data from homes, from inflation data, is job data is pretty good right now. So it's just people panicking still and being uncertain. But generally, we're looking better and better.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. Would you say Solana will constantly go up and quite a bit?
Yeah, I mean that project is now is gonna be, bro. It's gonna keep being here. I think it's gonna continue. It's gonna continue being pretty popular, because now with the meme coins, now this literally this bull run, because of institutions getting in with billions of dollars, and now there's not as much. It's not going to be as much movement for Bitcoin in the coming years, because the more money comes in, the harder it is to move it, like percentage wise. Um, and yeah, and it's just gonna be more of retail people like us, basically um, moving to other coins, which is Solana.
Recording in progress.
Hold on. Let me turn it better. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so it's getting better and better, I think. And Solana is definitely the lead right now, since ETH dropped a bit, and how it's moving, and how the popularity. Can you see my screen or no?
Yes, uh,
Should be Zoom
Yeah,
page.
yeah. I can see your screen.
Yeah, oh no. Oh yeah, I can see on my phone there. You see. Let me 1 second. Oh, this is why Chris does this. This is so good. Like, you can have it on the computer, have everything. Let me get my mouse real quick.
pass.
What happened? Oh, perfect. Okay. Like a book or something. Okay, this works. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go through some of the ways you can research the clients. Okay. How the fuck do I move this shit? Okay. Bro. Fucking mouse, bro. Slow as hell. Okay, whatever. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so some of the things I'll go through. So first thing, you have to obviously research the team, right? You have to research the project itself, and what you do is, so first thing is they usually make what's called white papers, and these are documents that come with whenever they make a coin that is an actual good project. They make a white paper which explains fully what the project is about, what is the actual use for it, and what basically comes into it, and what is set up within it, like what is the use for technology, what are they going to do with the tokens, and you have to look at it as like the more they describe their token and the more
Hey, we got
in depth
Emmanuel,
they go.
Lewis, Julian, Omar, and Chris.
Could you mute real quick? Thank you. Yeah, so the more they explain everything and the more clear it is and the more understandable it is, the better, because obviously more people can understand and they're more clear about what their goals are and what they're going to do with the token. Right? You don't want something that is really complex where they don't explain anything in the white papers and it's just super confusing, even though you can probably copy paste it into ChatGPT and it will explain everything, but at the same time you do not want to have that, because that that is less transparency. You're looking for trust in these coins and in the teams. Also there is also you have to look basically, so usually the team that creates the coin, it has they create a certain amount of tokens, and they have certain what's called tokenomics basically, and it's the economics of the token itself, and main things about it is this the supply, how many coins they create, and if it's inflationary or deflationary. So, for example, Bitcoin is deflationary because there's a limit to how many coins will ever be created. You understand? So it limits the supply. So what that does is, obviously the coins cost more and more and more as more people buy and less supply is available. But there's other coins where they keep creating more, what's called minting, and keep creating more basically tokens or coins. And with time, it increases the amount and increases, which lowers the price of each individual kind of token. So you're trying to look for those that have good deflationary and that don't continue increasing the supply, because you want as much limit as possible on that, so that they won't be able to drown the market with coins, right? Let me see what else. um, can I see this? Hold on 1 second. So you can also see this in, if you go CoinGecko, you can see certain transactions, and so this is a website to look at different coins and seeing like different information about them. Like for example, this is just one that I clicked that I don't really know much about this one, but you could see, you know, it explains like what it is, on on what on what chain it is built, and the actual use for it and use case for it as well. Another thing you're looking for here, so there's something called staking as well. So this is a feature that they've made not too long ago, which is basically like a CD in a bank, right? So this is a good thing for tokenomics as well. So this allows people to lock in their coins, or have self custody of it and lock them in, so they won't be able to sell, which keeps the supply. You know, they won't be able to sell, so the coin itself doesn't drop drastically, because obviously a certain amount of people can't sell for a certain amount of time, and they get extra bonuses like extra percent per year, which Solana has it as well. If you're planning on holding those coins for many years, you can stake them, and just get extra percentage from having them, you know, which is a good thing. Obviously, the bad thing is that it's locked, and if you need the money, or you want to switch your money to something else, it's going to be locked, so you won't be able to. But yeah, on CoinGecko, you can see many different things, right? Another thing, you probably guys know the market cap. Market cap is basically how many tokens have been created, multiplied by price, right? And so this market cap is universal for any asset, that is like stocks or whatever else, coins, crypto in general. And you could see, depending on the market cap, how big the coin is, and how fast it's growing, you know, compared to, for example, Bitcoin, or a real company, right? So some companies have like $1 trillion market caps, hundreds of $1 billion. Like for example, MicroStrategy, which is a Bitcoin holder, they have about 80 billion right now, and at the top, I think it was like 160 or something like that. So obviously, as the price increases, the market cap goes up, and usually the higher the market cap, the more trustworthy it is. That's why on, for example, Pump.fun, most coins start at like 15,000 market cap, and then once they hit like around 80K, they go into a bigger plot, on a, for example, Dex Screener or other chains, and they become more and more trustworthy. It's harder to rug pull those coins, because obviously there's a lot more coins, and it costs a lot more to have a big amount of them, right? And you can also see, for example, right here on Etherscan, or SoulScan, I think there's also, you could see certain coins that is on the chain of like Solana or Ethereum, and you could see what are the transactions. So like here, for example, this coin, same one, token. I just picked a random one. This is not a recommendation in any way, but you could see. Okay, so you could see the address, who bought it 1 minute ago, and you could see the amount, and you can kind of track certain wallets here. You can copy these wallets right here in the middle, and basically see, on, I think, what's the website? I remember using it before, but you could basically search up on Google, like for example, on track wallets. For example, hold on, Solana. Well, I think it's scroll. For sure. No. Right here, Soul Scan. For example, if you find I don't know why the fuck is the pages like that, but if you find a coin on, for example, Solana, you can type an address and see what else the person bought, and you can kind of learn if you find a wallet that has like hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, you could see what they're buying, what they're getting into, and that's a good way to see what are the big players doing. I do not recommend strictly following the people. So like if they buy this, you buy it immediately. Don't do that because a lot of them are scams, and a lot of them I got caught like this before. I had a bot that was you could follow trades immediately. So like the person buys, and a second later the bot buys for you the same thing that the wallet buys, and so they know you're doing this, and so they get into something called like honeypots, and other things that you could just basically it automatically will buy a coin that have no way to getting your money out, which we're going to talk about liquidity in general, and yeah, you just get scammed out of your money, and they just keep buying those different coins that eventually it drains your wallet because there's obviously fees that come in with buying, and also some of the tokens are going to be scams. You're just gonna your money is just gonna disappear. I lost like I think 1K like this following following some wallet though. I was like, oh shit, this guy is making 40,000 in just the last like 2 weeks. Let me follow what the fuck he's doing, and boom, it's following. Some of the coins are good and other ones are just scams. But yeah, so another thing I want to go through. Generally you want to look for high liquidity, which means there's another thing with tokenomics is liquidity and just circulating supply. So this is how much the the trading of the token is happening, and that comes with a lot of volume. If there's a lot of volume, that's a good sign. That means there's a lot of people buying and selling. So you could see, for example, Solana volume have spiked a lot in the last year because of meme coins, because people buy Solana, swap to another coin, and etc. And it just keeps happening, and that drives the volume, which means it is much easier to buy and sell. And when the liquidity is high, right? If it's, for example, the liquidity is only 20K, you won't be able to withdraw or sell more than 20K, right? Like at one time, you won't be able to because that's the maximum liquidity there is. And so you won't be able to cash out, for example, 40K. But if the liquidity is in 100 million, whatever, even higher, then you will be able to withdraw however much you want, and it's going to be pretty quick, and it's going to be much easier to get it at the price you want. Because with smaller tokens, you're going to get a lot of the times, especially if they're pretty new and they're not yet super popular, you're gonna kind of get scammed on the entries because there's not enough buyers or sellers. So a lot of the times you either so there's two things. First is market makers, and I forgot the second one, but it's basically market makers are the ones that put limit orders, which basically uh, you set your own price, right, that you want to buy or sell, and then the other people they buy or sell on your limit orders. But when you press like market purchase, you basically follow somebody else. And what happens in these low liquidity tokens or coins or whatever, especially meme coins, is that you don't necessarily set your own price. And a lot of the times, if you're trying to get in quick, you're going by somebody else's set price. And so a lot of the times you could get fuck ton slippage where you thought you bought at, for example, 10 cents, but you bought at 13 cents, and that could be a big difference depending on how much money you have and what is the top of the coin or whatever. And generally, it could make you money or lose you money, and it's very important. Yeah, let me see what else I have here. So far, so good. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but the main thing is you want to look for white papers, right, to see the token. Obviously, to see if the token is it has basically locked supply or a limited supply. So they won't keep creating new coins with time. And another form of that, by the way, is some of the coins the team could burn the supply, right? So these are just basically they could have a contract or a third party where they could literally, let's say they have 10,000 of this coin, they could burn 8,000 or lock it so that way they can basically be transparent and say, hey, we're not selling this amount, or if you burn it, it kind of disappears and you can't access it anymore. So that certain amount is completely locked, and that gives trust to people because they can see, hey, these people are not trying to rug pull the project and just take the money from everybody else. So that's a good sign, right? And that also deflates the supply, right? So like I was saying before, the more limited the supply, the higher the coins are going to cost, and that drives up the price, which makes you more money if you got in early. So yeah, what else? So far, white papers, supply. What else I have here? 1 second. Let me find my list that I have. All right, white paper team. Obviously, the technology. You have to look at what is the use case, right? Like, what is the technology they're coming up with is used for? Like, for example, they're doing certain payments or whatever using crypto, like certain, working with banks or whatever else. And you could see, okay, this is the technology that will be used in the future, and that's a good potential for the project. And in the white papers, you can see the use. Hopefully, they explain everything, and you can understand. And yeah, you could kind of gauge, okay, is this going to be useful or is this not? They're like, for example, there's some coins that you'll be able to use to when you play video games. In certain games, you could get items, and you can use this currency to sell them or trade them using basically real money, like crypto money. And so that creates a market where people are already trying to trade virtual items and things like that. So that's like a project that could have use in the future. All right. Okay. Also, most important, I think, is trying to locate and understand who is the team. So certain project, you're gonna know, okay, this is the team, and you could see their social medias. You want to look for social medias that are big, that are known. There might be Reddits about this coin. There might be Discord channels, and the more you see people talking about it, the better sign it is, because obviously it might be sort of late into it if there's a lot of people talking about it, but at the same time that gives you trust. So this is the kind of the scale it is, or the weight, I guess. What is the balance? It's either unknown with the highest potential reward, right? But it's very risky because it might be a shit project and you might just lose money. but well known is less risk and less reward, but you're more secure that you're not going to lose your money, and that's a good, maybe a good coin to put money, which is still a lot in most cases, right? Like a lot of coins can do 10x, 20x, or whatever from wherever you find them, because they're just so volatile. Okay, what else? Yeah, so like research the team, look at their social medias, look at their, maybe they have LinkedIn, maybe they have other project they've done. Look for just credibility, and if the person is, you know, have the skills, or the team have the skills to actually get this project moving and get it big, right? Because like certain things will, like a famous person that is have nothing to do with crypto and makes a project or a coin, a lot of the times it will be a rug pull, because they obviously have no use case for this, and they're not trying to build something, they're just trying to get quick money from the followers, right? So you don't want to go into that. Or if you do decide to go, you have to be very careful and be quick with what you're doing, because a lot of them rug pull, and you could lose a lot of money. What else? Yeah, obviously you want to diversify. Don't want to put too much into any single coin. So you're not you're not too emotional about it, and because obviously all of these coins are very volatile. What else? We can talk about it. I'm done. Present, yeah, past projects. Yep. Yeah, so you're looking for as big as possible of a community for this. Gives you the most. And also you can track the wallet. So if you can find online, you could search for, you know, for example, Solana, team wallets, right? You could see how much of the supply they're holding. If they're holding a lot of the supply and none of the supply is locked or burned, and they're holding, you know, more than I would say, for even owner, even above 20% is a lot, you know. If they hold like 60, 70, 80%, try to be very careful, because that means they have a lot of control over the coin, and they can, if they decide, they can rug pull at any time, because they just hold so much of it. Especially you're going to see this a lot with new coins, because if the name is not well known yet, a lot of the times people, like the owners, buy into a coin to pump it, because obviously its market cap is what most people look at, and if you buy a lot of the coins, the market goes up, the market cap goes up, so it looks like more like a trusted coin, but if you look deeper, you could see that most of the supply is owned by a team or a single person or multiple wallets that are connected between each other. And you could see through the, for example, the Soul Scan, you could see like, okay, you could see the dev, which is the developer. You could see their wallet. You could see then what are their projects they've done before, right? You can go into their wallet and see past transactions and see which coins they've made before. And if you could see that they've rug pulled before, stay away from now, obviously. So yeah, I've talked about locking the tokens, and that's called vesting schedules. So they lock it for a certain amount of time. There's another one that's treasuries and reserves, and basically these are liquidity pools in a sense, where what it does is it allows people to get out or buy in more, and it's not limited to the dev controlling the whole supply and the actual movement of and buying and selling, which allows it to be more free and allows it to be less less kind of but less potential for it to be rugged. So I'm going to go through a little bit of a good example and a bad example uh, of tokens. And obviously, the good example you already know is Ethereum. So the good things that you want to look out for. So scarcity, right? So they actually burn a portion of transaction fees, and they reduce the supply over time, which means that obviously it doesn't inflate as much. It doesn't have what is called a hard cap, which is a limit to the amount that will be created. Like Bitcoin, for example, it have a limit, right? There's not going to be more than 21 million Bitcoins, and so, but they do burn it with time, right? And which deflates it. So yeah, so there's obviously a use case for it. You could store information on the chain. You could store NFTs. You could store contracts and other things. That is a very useful thing. And before, when only Bitcoin was available, right? ETH was a new technology that wasn't used before, and that's why it got so popular. Because obviously, if I'm making a contract with you, for example, and I want it to be a verified contract that you can't change it and I can't change it, and it's I could put it on the Ethereum chain, and it's going to be verified by multiple other computers and etc. And so I won't be able to scam you, and you won't be able to scam me. So there's just one of the cases that you could use it for, and obviously that is applicable to many different fields, right? We use contracts all the time to make business with each other. All right. Yeah, so obviously you can stake Ethereum, like I said before, which locks up the selling and makes it a lot more secure and easier to trust, because you know a certain amount won't be able to be sold. And yeah, and the most important, I think, is that even the founder doesn't own as much as some other people that have Ethereum, right? So he doesn't own Vitalik doesn't own most of the supply like some of these new coins that they make, which makes it that yes, he controls what's happening, but also he can't rug pull it. He can't really play with the price a lot, right? Because he doesn't own much. And also, I forgot to mention, there's some coins that allow certain holders, like if you have a certain amount, to be able to actually make decisions on what happens with the coin. So those projects are very good as well. So, and a bad one, for example, is Luna. So this was a coin that collapsed heavily, like from $1 to like 10 cents in a week. Or I think not even 10 cents. It was like 0.0000010. Crazy, billions of dollars lost. And the main thing was that there were basically, how can I explain this easily? So it relied on a certain amount of tokens to be used and traded, and if the price went below a certain amount, then there won't be anything backing it. And I was trying to be like a money system, or like a stable coin in a sense, kind of like USDT. And so what happened was they kept making more and more of the coins because it went below $1. So they inflated the supply, and it went from like 350 million tokens to like 6 something trillion, and basically hyperinflated the price, and that's why it went literally from $1 to, let me search up how much it was. Yeah, it went from 119 to 0.001 in less than a week. So it's crazy, crazy amount of of just everybody panicked, and since it wasn't it wasn't transparent, and it was inflating it more and more, and they also had a huge control of the supply as well, so which made it obviously that they could control the movement. And when the collapse was happening, they were trying to get as much money as possible from it, and that's why that was like one of the worst basically projects. And they were also doing something that's basically like a Ponzi scheme, which they were telling people to, like, oh, you're gonna make like 20% from it. What's it called? Like a fixed, like kind of like a stake, fixed return per year. And then when people were trying to take out the money, obviously that was not true, because they weren't be able to do that to that many investors. What? Um, so yeah, that's why it collapsed. So then that's the tokens you want to stay away from. So look for something similar to Ethereum, and look for a certain some of these that I've mentioned, some of their requirements, right? The supply, the liquidity, if it's locked, if it's burned, the supply is burned. Um, who controls most of the coin, if the team has a good social media, if the white papers explain good what is the project and what is the use case. Also think about, like, okay, what is the real use of this technology, and obviously that comes, some of it comes with how they execute the technology, right? Because there's plenty of AI coins nowadays, but a lot of them are fucking useless, and the technology is not good. So that's some of the breakdown. You can kind of look on those things, and that could be a list for you to look through. Look at wallets, look at all the things I mentioned, and do your research on the coins that you want to invest, right? Don't just listen to somebody saying, oh, buy this or buy that, because a lot of the times they got in early and they're telling people to get in so they could exit with more money, right? So by the time you hear about it, a lot of the times you're late to it, or kind of late. So you want to look for these yourself, and even if you hear it from somebody, do your research, because you don't want to get yourself in a bad position where you're just either waiting a long time to try to get your money back, or just lose money completely. So yeah, any questions that I can answer for you guys? Hello? Are you guys sleeping?
That was just a good explanation, man.
Yeah, so any questions I can answer? Hello? No questions?
No, not really, Lewis, but it was a great explanation. The only question is with those tariffs, should we wait on it or just continue to keep buying? Because I remember the first Zoom meeting we had, Bitcoin was around, I say 79, 80, and then now it's at like 87.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could wait to see. It is a bit of a gamble, because it could, make the price go up, or because of stability and more certainty, or it could tank the price, which is a beneficial thing for you, right? Because you can buy lower. But it's up to you if you're looking to just not. If you have more money, if you have a lot more money to invest, then you could just keep buying, and that's fine. But if you have a limited amount, and um, maybe let's say you invested already like 30% or 40% or 50%, then you should be more cautious with when you buy, because obviously it could continue selling off, because there's a lot of uncertainty right now. And April 2nd, I think that's when the tariff, I don't know if they moved it. Let me see.
So you said, Lewis, you said April 2nd is the day we should
Yeah,
start
so
there?
you could see here, if you could see the screen. I don't know if you can now, right? You can see the
Yeah.
screen.
Tariffs. Trump
Yeah,
says he's planning more tariffs April 2nd,
yeah,
calling it
so
day.
so that could obviously either push the price down, or if those tariffs are not really very important, then it might just keep it more clear for everybody, and more like, okay, we know what's going to happen. These tariffs shouldn't have a lot of effect on the markets. But yeah, I mean, I would wait and just see. It's not that much time. What, 6 days? And obviously during the weekend, Bitcoin most of the time doesn't move that much, because all the big companies are not buying most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time. So yeah, it's not that much time away, and you can kind of see, okay, what is going to happen. Is it more clear? Or if it sells off, you got a better price, right? You got a better average than if you buy at a higher price. But yeah, just see on April 2nd, look for news. There's going to be plenty of news that are coming out. Should be a Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. So yeah, throughout the day, just search it up, especially in the morning, like afternoon. Yeah, yeah. In the morning to afternoon, that's when usually the news come out. You can see, okay, this is what he's doing, and etc. And you could kind of see, look at equities as well. Look at like Nasdaq. Look at SPY. Look at them, because they're good indicators of what's happening in general market, because it's many top companies together. So you can kind of see, okay, this is where the market is moving. And we're going to talk more later on another call about looking at bonds and looking at different news of how to understand news, Federal Reserve meetings and things like inflation reports and stuff like that too. So you guys can understand what's happening with the news, so you can have an idea of what might happen in the future, or what is happening, like why is Bitcoin selling off or pushing up, or etc. And you can kind of see, okay, this is the reason why we're in this position, and how long that should take for it to clear up, or keep pushing or stop pushing, right? So like, if you were invested in Bitcoin, for example, during like September, November, when president was in, and all the federal meetings were about rate cuts and just pushing the market, and then you could have anticipated that maybe the next Federal meeting reserve is going to slow down the rate cuts. And if you did that, you would have been prepared for the market to heavily sell off, right? And that's an important thing. And if you get it, if you know about these things happening, right, it's at the same time, like the Federal Reserve meeting is at the same time, usually one time per quarter, like the big meeting. And you could see, okay, this is just the announcement. Like literally, he's speaking about it right now. Okay, this is a bad sign for the market. Okay, I'm gonna secure my profits, get out, and wait for the market to sell off or see the reaction of the market, right? And so these are very useful for you to have in your back pocket, so you can understand better what's going on, right? Because right now maybe some of you don't really know anything about these things, and you're kind of heading into like a fog. You could see what's happening, right? Oh, it's going up, it's going down. Maybe you can have some technical analysis, but without the big moves happen usually because of news and certain economic events. Obviously this president have a lot of things that he's doing, so that affects the market a lot, and there's a lot of uncertainty of what's going to happen in the future. So you want to know these things so you can be more prepared and have better positions that you open. Secure your profits or add more or wait for it to sell off a little bit more, and etc. Well, I'm honestly waiting. I'm probably thinking it might come back down. And then start the big move, because everything kind of pushed, all the equities are up. Everything is pretty much up right now, after a long period of being down. So I'm just waiting to see if we go down and bounce from the same level and keep going up, or if we just continue going up, which is I don't think it's that likely. Most likely we're gonna come down a little bit, dance around, and then go from there. Because obviously this is still new. He's been president for what, like 2 months, right? In January 20, yeah, 2 months. So there's a lot of shit that's gonna happen in the next few months. Yeah. But yeah, any more questions you want to ask?
Yeah, what's up, Lewis? It's Julian. Quick question. I'm also in the real world, and I've been hearing a little bit of chitter chatter, and especially with listening to Tate talk. What's your ideas on Tatecoin? I was considering getting some on Radium a little while back, but the process is like a little different as opposed to when I purchased on Coinbase.
Well, I know he is. It's good and bad. I know he burned supplies before. I remember he burned like $100 million worth of some coin. Um, and also there's some use to them. I know that they're doing some shit with the real world. This was kind of old news. I haven't looked at it in a while. This was maybe a few months ago or so. I remember they were doing basically like, oh, you get real world, you're gonna get a real world token, and also he had like automated twitters that were pushing his coins as well. But I think I don't know. I mean, you're sort of all to his actions. He can pump it heavy, or he could just not care about it, and that's his main selling point. It's like, oh, get in the real world. You're gonna have the secret to when I'm gonna pump it, and that's kind of what keeps people getting into real world, because they want the pump and they want to make a whole bunch of money. So it's just I didn't invest in it because I don't really trust it. Like, I like Tate and I like what he speaks about it, but like this shit is kind of like you're putting your faith in him, and obviously he might do it, he might not do it, and he might just rogue as well, because it's not only him that's obviously in that project. I know there's I know there is a coach that's on there that teaches crypto, and probably that's his work. You know, he probably made the coin and the project. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I didn't invest in it when I knew about it because I was kind of skeptical for him to fully control the coin and pump it and kind of advertise his program for people to get in to try to hit a pump on the coin.
All right, thank you, man. That's good to know. Thank you.
Any more questions, boys? I'm gonna drop down right here some of the things I went through so you guys can do your own research on it as well and learn about it. And just keep in mind that when you're going through certain new coins that you're trying to invest in. Let me, let me, if you guys want, ask me some questions for now while I'm doing this.
What are your thoughts on Sonic? You know, I've been hearing a lot about Sonic going in and out with that type. Are you familiar by any chance with Sonic?
No, you guys asked me last time and I don't know about it, but now you have a way to research it and just put in some work. It's really not that much to do. But yeah, I don't really know much about it. I've heard you guys talk about it last time, asked me a question, but I I never researched it. I don't know. Let me pull up all these things. And I think next time we're, like I said, going to talk about news and maybe something else as well to help you guys. I think we should probably go through technical analysis, just a quick explanation so you can have an idea of levels and of what's happening on the charts. Probably some of you already know some of these things, but it's helpful. I do technical analysis literally every day for getting in, getting out into day trading. So I think it's very important. It's a very useful skill. Just copying some of the things I went through.
Have you ever heard about FX Alex? He's located in Miami, Florida as well too.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
big.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What do you think about his strategies and exits? And I've been seeing him. He's pretty very transparent on posting. You know his strategy methods and how he goes in and out with profit loss and things like that.
Hold on. Is it the Cuban guy?
Yeah, yeah, him. Yep.
Yeah, with the Bugatti.
Yeah, two of them now.
Yeah, well, his there's a lot of bad things they also say about him. I don't know. I haven't really researched him, but yeah, if a person, and this is advice in general, if a person teaches you certain like their trading plan and what they're doing and the psychological things about it, you can always try to learn this. Also, give you a recommendation on a book. So these two books have literally made the biggest difference for me in day trading and just investing in general. Um, So first one is Trading in the Zone. Literally the best book about trading or about investing in general, and it's amazing. I think top one out of anywhere I've read or listened to. And then another one is Best Loser Wins by Tom Hugard. So this guy worked for hedge funds before, or not hedge funds. I think it's brokers. He was looking at different trades that people make, and he noticed a lot of patterns that people do. And then he went in and started retail trading. Um, and yeah, he basically explains in this book how to be the top 1% of traders, and what is the specific like thing that you want to like emulate to become that, and what is the difference between the losers and the winners, and how to become the best person to be able to kind of, the title is Best Loser Wins, which explains basically how to properly lose so you always continue winning, in a sense, like how to properly set yourself so you're basically got the right strategies, you got the right mindset, and you're doing the things that the winners do. But yeah, Trading in the Zone is one of the most amazing, by Mark Douglas. And if you want to read or listen to some of the multi-millionaires that have made it before, there's an old book. It's Market Wizards. I do have to say that most of those people are Jewish. It's kind of
Oh
it's
shit.
kind of a given in financial markets. Most of them are Jewish. But yeah, it's a good book as well. They explain, most of them explain like what they did, how they did it, what their mindset is, how they found out about certain would it be options, would it be stocks, would it be, I mean, there was no crypto at that time, but you can take the same rules and apply it to crypto. But yeah, so it explains a lot about, how they looked for stocks, how they looked for certain options, what they did, and their story and everything. And there's some of them that have turned like 30,000 into like 600 something million in like 10 years, which is a crazy amount. This book is in, I think, in the 90s. So imagine it's probably like billions of dollars now. But yeah, that's one of the good ones as well. So yeah, so those are some books. And yeah, Alex is probably good. I haven't really researched him. I learned my technical analysis from a guy, Ricky Gutierrez. He's a stock trader in Arizona, and this guy have a lot of money that he made from crypto. I mean, not crypto, from stocks, and he teaches pretty well the analysis, and he's more of a safe kind of trader, which is, that's, I think that's why I am more like this as well. I am more of trying to get the more secure wins compared to try to chase for the most amount of money. And that's what gives you longevity a lot of the times, and teaches you the proper mechanics and proper rules. And yeah, he's good. I mean, I don't listen to him as much anymore because obviously once you learn the things, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys as well, is like, learn these things so you don't have to depend on the person, and you don't have to listen to them all the time. You could just make your own decisions and make the proper decisions that make you money, right? So that's the thing, is like, obviously the skill itself is so much more valuable than anything else, than listening to somebody or following the signals or whatever. Try to learn how they think about certain things, why they do certain things, and then continue like that. Also um also good if you want to learn a strategy. What the fuck is his name? Hold on, forgot his name. Yeah, I remember now. So there's a guy called IC. Well, his group or his channel is called ICT, and so he has, I think, one of the best. Most of these social media traders that are trading forex or trading futures, they literally stole the strategies from this guy, and it's the Inner Circle Trader, and his lectures are fucking long, like probably like 30 hours, 50 hours, all the videos. Like he has a playlist, but you'll get like a really high level understanding of technical analysis that could make you, millions down the road just off trading. And yeah, it's a good thing for you to maybe look at some of the short explanations. But yeah, most of the like TGR trading, this guy, he's in Miami as well. Miami and Puerto Rico. He's a millionaire from crypto and I think futures. Yeah, I think it's futures. His style and what he teaches, what his program is, that is like 5K, is literally ICT uh, rewarded into like his own style, but it's basically the concept from ICT. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I don't really follow Alex, so I don't know too much. I heard that he makes a lot more money from his program and from his what's it called, the eval, the fucking prop firms. Yeah, most of these social media influencers, especially in forex and futures, they're gonna make a lot of money from people going into prop firms. And to those who don't know, prop firms is basically you can pay like $100, $200, $300 for you to go through a test. And if you make a certain amount of money and you don't lose a certain amount of money, they give you funding, which gives you like $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 that you can trade with. And then you can obviously all the profits that you make you can take out, but a lot of them are scams, or a lot of them people lose like 30 tests in a row, so they spend a lot of money and they end up with nothing. And if they just took that money, learned the skill, and just put it into their own account, they could grow that account much much higher, right? So a lot of those influencers are gonna scam for that. Where it's kind of like a stake or gambling deals in a sense. They try to get you to play, and they get a little kickback from every person they bring.
Hey, Lewis, can you repeat the second book and the guy you referenced for the YouTube
Yeah.
to watch?
So the second book, which one you have already?
I have Trading in the Zone.
Okay. And there's also another book that is related by the same guy. I forgot the name, but it's also similar to this one. I think it's a previous one before that. But yeah, the second book is Best Loser Wins. This is a less popular one, but it's really good, by Tom Hougard. TomHougard. He's
Okay.
he's like what's it called? Scandinavian, I think, or European guy. But yeah, he's really good. You could look at his videos as well. If you don't want to get the book right away and just want to see what he talks about, you could find him on YouTube and find some of the clips. And some of the interviews he's done are really really good. And yeah, that's how I started. I saw him somewhere and learned from there, and then got his book.
What was the YouTuber that you were talking about?
Ricky Gutierrez.
Ricky Gutierrez.
Yeah. Um, he does a lot of his videos. If you don't pay for his program, which is 30-minute live trading or 30 to 1 hour live trading, which I used to have. And some of you, if you want, ask me. I can send you log into my account for his program that he has, like the course. I don't know if I still have access. I haven't looked at it in a while, but if you send me a message on Instagram, I can try to see if I still have it, and I can give you my password and login, and you guys can go through his course. It's technical analysis. I mean, it's sort of simple. You could learn this somewhere else, but it's very concise, and like you will have a good level of understanding of what's going on. And you just will need to practice after that, and just give yourself time to look at charts and understand certain things, and get your eyes trained to see certain patterns, and yeah, develop habits and things like that. Yeah, so send me a
All right,
message
sure.
whoever wants that shit. I'll send
I
you the login password.
I appreciate that, Lewis. What do you want us to send you in the DM? Like what do you want to like
Just,
trading or something?
I mean, just send me a DM. Say, hey, I want that course or whatever, and I'll send it to you. Yeah, you don't have to do the Instagram comment course to get the auto link.
That's you, Lord Lewis.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just shot you a DM.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Lewis, man. Thank you for taking the time out your day to host these Zoom
Yeah.
meetings.
Sorry, I was kind of late today. I was a bit busy before.
Nah, no worries, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to I'm gonna wrap up and send all the things that I talked about it, or some of the names, so you guys can have it. You can copy it and can do research or come back to it later on. Let me see what else. Yeah, ask me questions for now if you want.
Yeah, Lewis, I got so many questions, but I'm actually at the gym. I do apologize. Like I have so many questions because I'm still fairly new into this. So just trying to get the basic knowledge of things.
Yeah, ask me whatever.
Yeah, you pretty much answered most of my questions, like especially like beginner, and you gave me like some places to go for knowledge. So once I dive into the YouTube videos and finish reading the book, Trading in the Zone, and the other
Yeah,
one,
I
the
would say
ones.
go through go through the trading in the zone, because the most of the work in this is not technical analysis, is not fundamental analysis, it's the psychology. And because money is involved, and obviously it's hard earned money, and you don't want to lose it, psychology is you're going to be your number one friend or number one enemy. So if you, and that book literally defines everything very well. It explains the psychology, explains how people can change those thoughts, and you're going to have a lot of like, oh shit, this is crazy. And I would say I've read it like probably 4 or 5 times. I keep coming back to it because you will learn some things, then you're going to trade or you're going to invest, and then the things that they talk about in the book are going to come up and you're going to experience them, and now you will have like a reference point, and you will have a like, okay, oh, this happened, I remember this is the situation he's talking about. And you can come back to the book and re-listen to it or reread it, and you will have like, oh shit, okay, so that's how I fix this. Okay, this is what I need to do. And the more you do this, the faster you will grow into a person that makes a lot of money from this.
Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'm just trying to get all the information for you guys. 1 second. This is a bit awkward, but I'm almost done. You guys can copy then. Copy some of these names and come back to them if you don't remember what I said or you missed it. You can search it up, ChatGPT. Like say, oh, what is this? Can you explain this in crypto? And boom, you'll have your answer. You'll have an understanding. If you don't understand even what they explain, can you go deeper, or can you explain like I am a 2-year-old little boy? I don't understand. Yeah. You should be good. This is gonna set you up to be able to do your own research and not just trust somebody telling you, "Oh, buy this," or talking about this, trying to pump the coin.
Are you dropping it in the chat or where you sharing it?
Yeah. It's just a big list.
Okay, no, take your time.
Yeah, I'm trying to copy from my list some of the things. Oh yeah, I forgot that there. I forgot talking about yield farming, airdrops, bounties, and token buybacks, which is some of the incentive that allow a project to do better in the future and get more people to be in it. Yeah, so like yield farming, for example, is basically providing liquidity. So there's more flow of money that's possible, and it's easier to pull out money. Airdrops, basically certain actions that you have to do to get a supply of these tokens, and sometimes it's random, sometimes it's things that people do or whatever. And also token buybacks, the owners could buy back some of the supply to keep it going, you know. uh, yeah. Here's I'm gonna send a full example from ChatGPT of the good example and the bad example of the token. So you guys have a reference. You know, I recommend you guys also. I do this often, and this could be very useful for you guys. Maybe some of you already do it. With the voice, I think this is good. You guys can copy this. Some of these things, just search up the names and stuff. Oh, I cut off. Hold on, I have to resend this. The last part. But yeah, I do this often with myself. If I'm trying to learn something from, I mean, generally trying to get into something or trying to learn more. I've done this with stocks, with futures, with crypto, with certain psychology questions. So I go into Gemini and I just start talking to it. Hey, can you explain tokenomics to me? Can you explain the psychology, blah, blah, of this? And it will read out all of this to you. And I even do it sometimes on long drives when I'm driving somewhere and it's like 30 minutes and I either don't want to listen to a book or whatever, or have some questions. I just start talking to it and just ask it, oh, can you explain this? Okay, what are the good and bad things about this? What are the downfalls that most people have in this? or what are some things that will get me to a next level? This is a problem I'm having. I'm looking to learn more about this, or I'm in this position. How can I get out of this? And it's very, very good. I think it's one of the most useful things. It's like having a really smart motherfucker right next to you that could explain to you anything that you want in the world. It's very useful, especially since you guys are just getting in. You could learn a lot and very fast from just doing something similar to that. Let me see if it cut fully the thing. Oh, that's kind of most of it. You could look at it. So the end part, some of it is here, but yeah, you could kind of see. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the car. But yeah, so yeah, just if you can copy this because I'm gonna end soon after little last thoughts. So copy this or save it or screenshot it so you can look at it later on. You could do your own research and stuff. And let me put the books as well. Trading zone. Let me see. Here's the picture. This is how it looks like. I don't know if you guys can save it. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know if you guys can. Can you guys save it? The pictures from your phone or from laptop, whatever.
If you Google it, the picture shows up on Google. It's an image.
Okay, so either take a screenshot or whatever, so you can have the flyer, the name, this name, the author, and everything else. So yeah, those are the books. And yeah, any last questions, boys? Let me know. If you have any questions? Let me know now. Not all at once, please.
Nah, you pretty much answered my questions, Lord. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Well, I don't think Chris is coming. So I'm gonna end it here if you guys want, or I'm gonna. I guess if you guys want to stay, I don't know, Julian, do you want to stay and talk with the boys? I can give somebody host. I think. Let me see. Host tools.
Hey, Julian, bro, you want to keep it on Zoom or do you want to just do our own thing like usual?
Yeah. You guys getting freaky there?
Bro, bro, we're not Chris, bro. Oh, Omar, bro, I gotta talk to you, bro. That guy Chris, yeah, man, he. I wish Sam was here, bro. He said some really freaky stuff last night.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Chris, in the other chat, we know he's pretty gay.
Yeah,
We know.
yeah, Lewis,
We
bro.
always talk about it.
Yeah, Lewis, man, you gotta be real leery of them Indians, man. They be on some shit.
Yo, did somebody tell you this, or you thought about it yourself that he's Indian?
Well, I'm Indian, so I mean, I have no problem talking about another Indian. Yeah, that guy's weird.
Nah, it's just, bro, he's like, I think he's Caribbean or some shit. But in the other chat that we had, like from the Castle Club, we literally just made him Indian because he looks Indian. He looks like he's fucking Punjabi. So
Yeah,
he just adopted that, and we had the whole chat about it. I don't know. It's so weird. And he's like, "How the fuck am I Indian? What?" But he's just forever gonna be Indian.
Wherever he goes, we always treat him as Indian.
Yeah. So I guess we're not alone. You also thought so.
Yeah.
yeah, Lewis, bro. Me and Chris had a long talk, and we're from the same country. And from one Indian to another, I'm telling you, man, that guy's an Indian.
Yeah, bro. He's trying to hide it from everybody else. Does anybody know how I can give host, or you guys want to hop onto your own thing? Because I don't
Yeah, we're
fucking
probably
use
gonna
Zoom.
hop onto our own thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine, bro.
All right, boys. Thank you so much for
Louis,
being
thank you so
here.
much for everything, man. I really
Thanks so
appreciate it.
much, man. But you're a wealth
Yeah,
of
Um,
thank
knowledge, bro. Thank you.
yeah, hopefully next call gonna be usual Wednesday. I'm gonna see if I'm free. Um, anybody gonna be here in Miami in Tuesday?
I am. I leave
All right,
Tuesday.
for sure. For sure. It's gonna be my birthday Tuesday, so I might do something with Chris and some of the other people.
Perfect, bro. Perfect.
All
Happy early
right, for
birthday,
sure.
bro.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lewis.
Happy early birthday, man.
Yes,
Happy
sir.
birthday.
Thank you. All right, boys. Good night.
Good night,
All right, man.
Lewis.
You like Piers Morgan?
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, what up, bro?
Oh
I've
shit,
been
man.
here. I was just listening.
Yeah, man. How's the meth lab, bro?
It's been going well. Validating a new machine, so been pretty
Let's
busy.
go.
Let's fucking go.
I'm getting a raise too, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah, bro. You producing that fucking Heisenberg shit, bro. They better give you a raise.
What a beauty, bro. That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you, boss.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate that, guys.
Has been steady for you? Everything's been okay?
Yeah, the job's been good, but I'm just worried about the future in this field, so I'm trying to look to explore to get out.
Oh shit. What's exactly what it is, the field?
Just like biotech, microbiology,
Oh, wow, bro.
pharmacy, stuff like that. Like it's just the imported workers. A lot of Nigerians and Indians study biology.
Holy
Oh
shit, that's
shit.
wild, bro.
Yeah, so when I worked at a company where it was like 75% of one of our departments were H-1Bs.
No way,
Oh
bro.
damn, bro.
Yeah. So it's kind of scary what, Trump admin wants to do.
That's the whole reason Elon was so heavy in the Trump administration, so he could get more leniency on the H-1B visas.
Yep, so you can pay a coder 40K a year instead of an
Because
American
he
one to
knew
do it.
Trump was gonna do like a broad wash like immigration plans, and they
Hmm.
would have swept H-1B visa under the rug with them. But because he put money into the campaign and helped them win, it's basically like excommunicating the H-1B visas, and he's gonna just pretty much get more leniency on the H-1B visas,
Yep.
so he can bring more basically Indians and Nigerians over.
Hmm. And
Bro, that was
I
wild.
can't compete with those salaries because like I
Yo,
obviously want to get paid as much as I can. And if someone is gonna do it for 40 grand a year, I just
that's crazy. Before, you used to get six figures for those kind of tech jobs.
yeah, I did at one point in one job, but our company went under, so I'm not making as much anymore. So I'm trying to work my way at least back there.
Damn, bro. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, but getting along.
You can see the writing on the wall. That's a lot what these politicians do. They
Eh,
fund these campaigns to help benefit themselves.
Yep.
And Elon made all his money in tech. And well, hopefully, good luck, man. What do you think of transitioning into?
Um, I want to be an FBI agent. So
Let's
I'm
fucking
waiting.
go, bro.
Yeah,
Jesus.
they want STEM workers. So I had an issue that I did like many years ago, which stops me from applying now. So I kind of have to wait until enough time goes by where I can apply.
Yo, when you was in that suit, you looked like an FBI agent.
Oh yeah, bro. You look dangerous, bro.
Yeah, those suits are interesting. So that doesn't protect me from what I'm working with. It protects what I'm working with from me. Because when you're walking around, you're shedding hundreds of thousands of cells every second. So I can't contaminate the product with my skin, my hair, or even when I like speak or talk and spit. So that's
No,
also,
I was talking about the suit you wore to the event. You looked like an FBI agent.
oh, I thought you were talking about the clean room suit. Yeah.
he
Thank you.
went
I
he
appreciate
went
that.
full bio on you. Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm still in work brain. I was there for like 9 hours today, so
So, so
yeah. But do any of you guys have like night jobs or something? Or do you just work
uh,
on your own projects?
no, I work from 9 to 7, and then from like 7 to 8, I eat dinner, and then from 8:30 to like I want to say around like 10:30, I'm at the gym. So I'm just finishing now, and then do a little bit of some online projects until maybe like 1, 2 in the morning, and then go to sleep.
Got you.
Yeah, quite about the same, bro, to be
Well,
honest. You know.
Yeah, I had my hours cut and I stopped doing my night job because it required me to drive and I was fucking destroying my car. So I was like, can't be doing this.
Like drive all over the place.
Yeah, I was delivering newspapers, so I was driving like 70 miles a night. Um,
Newspapers. Who the hell still reads those?
yeah, god damn, nigga.
yeah.
What
Fucking
the
they,
hell?
bro, they give you a time machine with that shit?
Bro, it's like all old people as you guess, but the job was okay. It just I hated using my own car for it.
And that was literally my first job when I was like a teenager. Like I used to buy newspapers for like $25 for the whole pack and sell
Hmm.
them for like 60 on the street. I was there since like I had to get up at 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, get to the place, buy it off the dude off the back of a truck, and like stand in the middle of Manhattan just selling them for like up until like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, shit.
You're a hustler, man.
Yeah, man. Because I couldn't get a job at like 15, and they wouldn't work anybody.
I'm surprised in New York they didn't let out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Mass, you can start working at 14 with like parents' permission, but like
And
they work at like grocery stores. They like stock shelves and shit like that.
in New York, they let you work at like 16, but you need like a worker's permit from your school.
Oh, damn.
That's just so gay, bro. Weird.
Wow. But you already know these blue states, bro. They're fucking homos, bro.
Hmm. Are both y'all planning to move down to Florida?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's a fact. I'm moving in with the other Julian, Black Julian, and Sam when he could get his visa.
You
And
guys already found
my
jobs?
my job, Black Julian's job is transferable. He works to Amazon, so
Oh,
he already
okay.
put in for his transfer. My job is basically like a CDL job. It's like paratransit.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
can
work
go
with the
anywhere.
city.
Oh,
Yeah, they
you do.
have that same paratransit down there, so they'll let me just transfer over.
That's what's up.
Yeah, for me,
That's what.
I can find it anywhere as well.
Yeah, like I told Sam the same thing. I was like, you like, especially with y'all work ethic, the way y'all work, it's not hard to find a job out here, especially in Florida.
Oh yeah, bro. Seriously, because everybody
Mhm.
wants to chill, so you got to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, and especially the way everybody's nowadays, they want to work from home. So a lot of these labor jobs or these jobs in general, like they're open. Like my job right now, when I drive, like AI can't really replace me. So we're always in need of drivers. Like I literally be working like 7 days sometimes. Great. Because they literally don't have any drivers. Like I'll work doubles on Tuesdays because they don't have any enough drivers.
That's what's up. I can't work too many hours in one day because it's just like simply not enough for me to do. So that's why I was looking for another job, and with the newspapers, just using my car wasn't it. So I'm still looking for other shit.
Have you tried like Uber or anything?
My cars, both mine are too old to do it. So
Mm.
I'm looking to not do that.
Could probably do like something like regarding like forklift, I believe. I mean, that's pretty easy.
Oh,
You know?
warehouse shit in like the
Yeah,
middle of the night. Yeah.
yeah, because I always know that they're always hiring for sure.
Yeah. I was looking at security.
Or that, yeah. Well, that'll put you nice on if you want to go towards FBI,
Hmm.
work at nightclubs. I've got offered so many positions here in Michigan
It's
to
because you're
work
huge,
security,
dude.
100%. You know, so I appreciate you, Ken. Thank you, bro.
No problem, dog.
Nah, bro, that's you, bro. You're tall and you're fucking jacked as fuck, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, like, and I mean, if and you have the perfect height for it, so I think you'll be perfect.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know if,
posing.
yeah, I don't know if you have like the nightlife out there, but I think it'll be perfect for you. You know,
So we do in Boston, which I live like 40 minutes outside, which I
oof.
could do, but I was looking at one where I've been talking. It's at a medical facility where it's basically like, problematic patients where you kind of
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sit beside their bed. So I'm looking at that one. Um, we have orientation soon for it,
Oh
but I
hell
haven't
yeah,
even
bro.
filled out any paperwork, so I don't know if it's like a definite thing.
That's what's up, man. Hopefully you get it, man.
Thank you guys.
You know,
Have you
most
tried
definitely.
like what's it called? Like Macy's security or like those big malls, security for the big malls?
Oh, like asset protection.
Yeah, yeah, like theft prevention. I know when Myron, when he was speaking about his resume to get into law enforcement, he had emphasized like theft prevention in his resume.
That's a good idea. I actually didn't think about that at all.
Yeah, because I was looking over his resume and a lot of his things had to do with some sort of like protection or some sort of like theft prevention or security.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my little brother just suggested to do like Brinks, like money protection. Like you kind of just pick up cash and whatnot for like all these big stores.
Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, something like that would be pretty cool. You have a gun on you, 24/8, shit like that.
Yeah, I have my license to carry, so I was
Beautiful.
also looking at like more private positions and stuff like that because they pay crazy, but they all want like ex-military and shit like that. So
Every time, bro. Every time they do, yeah.
yeah.
Which is, it's understandable, But I mean, I wouldn't be honestly speaking. Would they just hire you if even if you don't have military?
I applied to one. I didn't hear back,
Damn.
but I still get like pushed it on Indeed and stuff. Oh shit, I just got a text from the one I was talking about.
Oh shit, let's go. Beautiful, bro. That'd be perfect, man. Because, bro, I doubt like these rappers that have the securities have people like that are like
No,
fucking.
those are like it's like unpaid entourage security.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're unpaid?
They're freeloaders. I mean, I'm sure if a guy's paying for your food and your housing and shit like that, he's been your boy forever.
Oh, yeah, true. That is true. They have some type of benefit staying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay away from unpaid labor, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, especially from the monkeys, bro. They fucking
Oh man, them motherfuckers don't pay shit, man. And you get into shootouts and shit.
yeah, fuck all that.
What's good with you, Julia?
I'm good, bro. Just here, just kind of cruising,
You
looking
said
at
you leave.
shit.
You said you leave Saturday.
Yes, sir. Saturday. Well, I get there Saturday morning.
Oh, just don't break up any families when you're over there, all right, man?
Shit,
Dude's a
bro.
menace, bro.
We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what they got to offer over there, bro, and then we'll make it happen. Fuck it, bro. We breaking them all up.
All right, you know TC waiting over there. He's waiting.
Yeah, I know. He's like, my wingman gotta come through. Yeah, I know. He was telling me like, man, last time was strictly business. Now I gotta mingle. I was like, let's go. So it should be fun, bro.
Y'all
Strictly
should, y'all
fun.
should, y'all should try like either Brickell or like Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, Fort
Like,
Lauderdale probably for sure, bro.
yeah, it's not even that far, bro. It's maybe like 40 minutes drive. Really, it's really not that far.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. Especially Fort Lauderdale is really nice, bro. There's nothing but white people over there, bro. It's really nice.
Yeah, when I was there in 2022, I stayed over there. Yo, it was way nicer than Wynwood.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Damn, shit, bro. We could probably look over there too, But I think everybody's set on Tampa, which is okay too. It's perfect.
And Tampa's still like a major city.
Yeah, Tampa's huge, bro.
Tampa
Yeah.
is big. Yep.
It's a college campus too over there.
Oh yeah, it's over. You go over there, you fucking left and right every day.
Yeah, bad white hoes over there, bro.
Oh,
Always turning 18 over there.
that's it, man. That's it. The beauty, bro. And you out there, bro, you'll dominate.
Appreciate that, my guy.
Yeah, man.
I gotta get back down. Are either of you guys in the Columbia talks to go?
I am.
Do you know have we picked out a date?
So the man, I don't know what's going on, but they're kind of saying, "Oh, we want to wait it out because we're not gonna go right now because whatever." And then the other side, they're saying that they are, but they haven't been picked out a date. So the date that we spoke about last time was June the 17th. That was the last day we spoke of.
I'm fine with waiting even longer because I'm going to Vegas in May, so I don't want to like request too much time off work.
No, yeah, no, same, bro. Because I'm going to Mexico for a wedding, so I'll be there in Mexico for like almost a damn near a week and a half,
Mhm.
and then I know if they do June, then June will be where it's at in the middle of June, going on to July.
June or July is completely fine with me. I can make that work.
Okay, sweet, bro.
I can pretty much do any month but August. I have to go to a wedding on August. So I'm waiting for whatever month y'all trying to go.
Yeah, June or July, I think it'll be perfect, bro. Because well, I know 4th of July, they want to come down to Michigan,
Oh yeah.
and they want to experience the whole Michigan down here on 4th of
Yeah,
July with
the
all the
whole
dogs.
redneck experience.
Hell yeah. What day does the 4th of July fall on?
I think like a Friday, bro, or
Oh, it
something.
does fall on a Friday. That's
Yeah.
shit. I could probably get active.
Yeah. Well, I know the redneck experience one is canceled this year, the faster horses. So
Damn.
That's all right.
yeah.
Man,
So
we'll just create our own shit, man. Fuck it.
pretty much, bro. So the biggest thing is I always go with my boy every year for 4th of July, and he throws like a huge like Cass Lake party where I don't know if you've seen in the chats, Ken, that Sammy threw. Just
Yeah.
just a bunch of fucking girls on a boat, just going crazy.
Are
But it's
you in
basically
that
like
chat?
that every single time.
Sorry to cut you off, Julian. Are you in that chat, Kent?
Which one?
The Castle Club one, the
I
one.
messaged him.
The Airbnb one?
Oh
Yo,
no, he's not.
drop your number in the chat. I'm gonna add you to the group chat right now.
Oh, y'all got a text chat?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, we
Yeah,
had that shit for like months.
Bro,
yeah,
what?
yeah. I know. Yeah, I know.
Damn.
You're missing out, bro.
Oh no. All right.
Hold on. Drop your number right now in the Zoom. I'll add you right now.
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah,
it
we
right now.
have to add you, bro. It's a fucking must, man.
Yeah.
Like we have like so many motherfuckers in here. We have 14 plus you 15.
We got motherfuckers with Gmail and that shit.
Biotin?
Bro, I don't even know how that's possible, bro.
Yeah, bro, for real. Hey, I guess you're using email to fucking go on iMessage.
Jesus. Don't you need like at least a fucking iCloud fucking
That's what I
address?
thought, bro.
They could bypass the whole fucking system.
Well, he's a fuck it.
Uh,
Loudies.
he has a phone that's around when Steve Jobs was still alive, bro.
Bro, for real. That motherfucker. I told him to throw that shit away, bro.
I gotta think the iPhone 4 or 6 or some shit like
You
that.
said it's 6S, bro. I was like, boy.
What the fuck is that?
Holy shit.
But yeah, I mean, we're active in this chat every day, bro. Every day with everybody.
Oh yeah,
Word.
I got I'll make the payment. Yeah. It's Ahmed. Omar, Omer.
Let's see if we dropped it, bro. So
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna add you right now, okay?
Word.
let's do that. Put you here.
I think I just added you, bro.
Yeah, you did.
You're the 2417, right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah. Just shoot a message and just say, yo, this is Cat, so they can save your number.
They gonna go crazy,
Yeah.
Oh,
They're gonna like, where'd you been at, bro? We thought you got locked up.
yeah.
Yeah, because this whole time I thought y'all were just using the Telegram and fucking
All right, thank
Insta
you so much.
chat.
No, I mean we were at a certain point, but it's just like we kind of decided, man, there's so many damn chats. Like, let's just stick to one
Yeah.
and kind of just relate to that one, and that's it. But man, it was crazy. We had another one specifically separate to Biathan because he couldn't have an iPhone, and we fucking nuked that one. We were like, no way, no more.
That shit was mad weird, bro. It looked like a scam and shit, bro.
Green bubbles and shit. Because we have the one on Insta, but that one we just sent a shit ton of like reels, whatever, things that are relatable or like women that we came across.
He got to put you on with Sam, bro. Can't Sam's the fucking hinge master, bro.
For real.
I'm not really big into. I fucking don't take pictures of myself, so I don't really use dating apps. I kind of just walk up and say what's up. But
I don't know. I've had more success like cold approaching than on dating apps.
No, same, bro. To be honest, I fucking hate it, bro. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
mhm.
hmm
It's like, bro, you gotta sit there, text them, be funny, be interesting, make some corny ass jokes. Like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah,
But
you
by the
you got
time
to
they,
do a little circus dance to
bro,
even
every
get a
time,
response.
exactly, yeah, 100%. Like, you
It's
gotta be
so
like,
it's fucking annoying because I like some of them be upfront about it, like on their fucking bio. They'll be like, "I got too many messages to respond to. Hit me up on my IG."
that's even worse.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not even fucking bothering with that."
Just because, bro, by the time you send that message, that shit falls down to the bottom with the new people hitting up top. So they're never gonna find it, you know?
Mhm.
Yep. Unless you have like a blue check.
Yeah, right. They're like, fuck, he's important.
But you could just buy a blue check, bro.
At that point,
Yeah, Casual told me that. I had no idea that was a thing. I thought you had to have like be a public figure or have a follower count of whatever.
yeah, I remember back in the day it was like 10K or more or something like that. Or I think more than that.
I guess
Yeah, before
Twitter
you,
changed the game when you pay for it and they realized, damn, a lot of people will pay for this shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe anybody would check anymore, man. Unless it's like fucking like a famous person. I don't believe checks anymore.
Sound like you're in a tunnel.
Oh,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
It just connected to my car for some reason. Yeah, you be watching UFC, Cat, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this dude Kobe was supposed to come on, bro. I was so hyped for that.
Don't even tell me about that, man. I was so ashamed to be his fan when I heard that.
Bro.
Well, what ended up happening? He just flaked just
Yeah,
because?
leaked.
What a bitch, bro. Wow.
Mm-hmm. That was a tough look, bro. Like I have like not to be a faggot, but like I own one of his shirts and shit like that. I really like this guy, so it was like heartbreaking for this to happen.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was there a reason why? Because of Myron's views or just because he just does it to everybody?
Now brand risk.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
It's the Israel shit that really like. He's like a big like Republican,
Yeah.
but he's like one of those dudes that still like love Israel. So it's the shit that he was saying about Israel.
Yeah, he's kind of just a MAGA shill where he's like,
hmm
make America great again, guys. Like, but if
And
you
that's
asked
it.
him
Nothing.
about foreign policy, like, I doubt he could answer any question. It's kind of just a stick.
Yeah, that's a lot of them, to be honest, bro. It's kind of wild.
I was hyped when they had Rampage Jackson on and Jake Shields. That shit was fucking dope,
That was
man.
a phenomenal show.
Yeah.
Rampage is such a character. So
He
funny.
doesn't give a fuck, bro. Like that dude, he doesn't take shit from nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially it's good to see it with the girls too. You know, like around, it's so hilarious. That's what makes it 10 times better to see their interactions around. Like when they had PJ around all the girls, that shit was so funny.
Yeah, hopefully shit changes because I know Dana, he's in now, I think Meta. Like he's one of the board members for Meta. So I
That's
Oh
hope
bad.
shit.
yeah, I hope some shit starts changing. I really fuck with Dana. Like this dude, he really is like he really built that sport up and like he's really all big on like free speech and like he lets his fighters say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, he's a G.
And that's why everybody goes and supports it, bro. You know, it's literally one of the best sports, bro. That's what makes
Yeah,
it the best, honestly.
they had brought one to New York before in Long Island. I think it was like Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. Is the one where Ortega had separated his shoulder.
Oh, what a disappointment.
I mean, that shit sucked, man. I was so pissed. I was like, damn, bro. It was just starting to get good too.
Yeah, the last event we had in Boston was Sean O'Malley when he won the title off Aljamain Sterling.
Oh shit, that shit was dope.
Yeah, that was the fucking loudest shit I've ever heard when he got that knockdown.
You were a fan of these dudes like the new champs, like the way they're fighting now, like wrestle heavy.
It depends on the guy. Like we go down the lists. I don't like Islam Makhachev because he's kind of a prick, and I don't like leg humping. Like I
Yeah,
get it.
bro.
It's part of the sport,
Dude, I
but
say it all the time, dude. I think that wrestling shit to win a title fight should be like not even a thing, bro. Like,
but
bro, brawl for that fucking title fight, bro. You know?
the other counterpoint to that is though, I'll tell you just to go watch boxing instead. It is part of the sport. It sucks,
I
but
mean, yeah.
it is something you have to wade through. And it does show who the superior fighter is because if you take me down and I can't get up for 5 minutes, like clearly you have an advantage over me, and that's what it shows.
Mhm. I mean, I
Yeah,
get it though because it's literally you have to be versed in everything to be in the best in all of it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that,
but
that,
it's just kind of like the hype part. Like, oh fuck, you know, I wish he would have brawled or kicked, you know, the dude or something with for it, you know.
Mm-hmm. I
have you ever
agree.
seen Alex fight Alex Pereira then, Julian?
Oh yeah, bro. I
Yeah.
really
Uh,
enjoy his fighting style. Like I really, and that's what made me mad for when, because like even the whole decision making, like and it was in his favor, and Makovic didn't even give a takedown at all, and they count that as a takedown.
oh, Ankalaev, yeah,
No, what was
it's
yeah, hit that guy.
yeah. I know he's talking about like one of these Dagestani guys, but it was just like it sucked because it was like he's probably one of the best dudes that just fucking stands there. Like when he beat Yuri Prohaska with the head kick, I was like, I was going crazy, bro. I was
That
like
shit was wild.
screaming
Wow.
through my house. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was wild. Good.
Like the only reason he lost at 185 because it was like too much of a weight cut and like he was just too dehydrated.
Yeah, bro was like half dead when he was walking out to the ring.
Yeah, he's not a natural 185er. Like he literally had to kill himself to get down there.
Mm-hmm. You're dropping down to like what, 4 or 5% body fat just to make weight. Like
Crazy. It's like
S-
borderline death.
Yeah, you're sucking all the water out of your brain to fucking make that weight 'cause you're so dehydrated.
That's wild, bro.
Um, like he like if you see him at 205 versus him at 185 for weigh-in days, it's literally looks like a skeleton at 185.
I don't know. I think, I mean, didn't he have the rules though to set like, hey, you meet me at this weight instead of him cutting for him?
It's just the belt at X weight, like
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
at 185 or 205.
Yo, you think your boy Aspinall is gonna go fight Jones? Or like Jones is gonna fight Aspinall?
Jones wants like a crazy amount of money.
I think he's saying that so he could duck him.
I don't think he want. I wouldn't want to take the fight either. But Jones is what 37, 38.
Yeah.
Aspinall's 31.
He's probably like the best heavyweight I've ever seen. Aspinall.
For new age guys, I'd agree with you. Yeah, he's super dangerous.
He's got the speed, the power. The way he knocked out that Polish guy. Forgot his name. Fuck. I think Sergey Spivak. I forgot who
Sergey
the
Spivak, the Russian
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
yeah. The dude was like a powerhouse, and dude knocked him out in like less than a minute. It's like crazy, man. But I think Jones is doing that so he doesn't like he's putting the price so high that they can't even make the fight. So I think he's asking for like I think like 30 mil or 50 mil, some ridiculous number.
Hmm.
Boxing numbers, bro.
Yeah, like come on, man.
Yeah. I think Jones should hang it up because being his fan since I was a kid, I don't want him to like destroy his legacy by losing. Because if you think about it, ignoring like the record besides like the disqualification, like no one's ever beat the guy. And going
Ever.
out like that makes you the best.
Yeah. Because I think the only other person was Khabib to do it, to not be beaten in the ring, like
Hmm.
officially beaten. Yeah, I was a big Khabib fan. Because he was like the only few people that he wrestled, but he wasn't like leg humping people, like he wasn't holding on for dear life.
Yeah, because
Like
he'd
people,
also fuck you up on the
people were
ground.
trying to get away from him, like, and he would just beat the crap out of people.
Hmm.
And he'll be talking smack while he's beating the shit out of you.
Yeah, I know, I know. It's just
Yeah.
hilarious, bro. It's really it's good to see, bro. You know, that right there was probably like an all-time best with him and Connor.
Man, that beef was crazy. Then he jumped over the cage and was fighting people in the fucking arena. It was crazy.
Yeah, and Dana didn't want to put that belt on him.
They know be picky sometimes. They know picks and chooses his favorites.
I mean, which I get, you know, he needed that crowd control because the crowd would have went nuts, bro.
Facts.
Because you had like fans and shit fighting each other, bro, over dumb shit. Just like sports, bro. My favorite football team or some dumb shit. You know, just like anything, usually in the sport and entertainment industry.
Yeah, I was never really a big like sports fan or anything like that. The only really one is like combat sports. Like, I grew up on boxing mainly, and then when UFC took over, man, that shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean it's really a top tier sport, man. Honestly.
Has it ever came to Michigan?
I've been to Detroit, um, but uh, fuck, it wasn't for a card. Um, I think in 2017, Max Holloway headlines.
I guess who?
Uh, yep, I was Max Holloway versus Jose Aldo.
Where do they host that? In downtown Detroit?
Um, Little Caesars Arena.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
downtown.
there's 17,500 people there.
Damn. Yeah, because I mean, at a certain point in time,
Is
like
that where the Pistons play? Sorry to interrupt.
no, yeah, no, you're good, bro. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's where they usually play most of all the time. Usually all their games, home games and shit. It's kind of like a Ford Field, for them.
Hmm.
But I remember 2 years ago, I was thinking, I really wanted to look into, building like a UFC, um, like a stage, like for like a venue, Like I was looking to, but I was going crazy. I was like, bro, that shit would be sick down here. That'd be nuts, bro. Bro,
Facts.
I imagine all the like to find the property, to build it up, to get the permits, yada yada, everything.
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of taxpayer dollars, man.
Oh yeah, big time, bro.
That's how all these stadiums get built.
Yep, just tell Dana to motherfucking go gamble at the Red Rock or some shit. Make a 10 mil fast.
The only thing I really hate about that sport, like MMA and UFC in general, is like you really can't be fans of people for too long because like as they get older, like they just start losing because the youngs always beat the old.
Yeah,
So, like
they deteriorate. It's tough to watch.
I was a big like in terms of striking, I was a big Adesanya fan, like Israel Adesanya,
Hmm.
and just he's just been losing so much because it's just like the new generation's catching up.
Yeah.
That is true, bro. Yeah, it's a sad sight to see. I like Connor, bro. That's a perfect example. Everybody was on that bandwagon for quite a while, but he was smart. He started making businesses and things like that with his money to kind of get into other things.
You see his new girl band?
A girl band?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Check out his Insta page when you get like a chance. Like he made like this little girl band that he's been shilling.
Oh, that's hilarious.
This dude's always in some shit, Connor, bro.
Facts. He's running for was it Prime Minister of Ireland or President, whatever the fuck they
Yeah,
have over
something like
there.
that. Yeah.
It's that money that fucked them up, man. That fight with Floyd made 100 million off that. Just fucked them up
Hey,
because
but
he was.
he secured that shit though, bro.
Yeah, I can't blame him, bro. Somebody signed me 100 million, bro. I'd fight anybody, bro.
Facts.
Run me up.
Where do I sign? You think Sneako's gonna fight Fresh?
Nah.
Hell no.
No.
Fresh is no
I,
fighter. I'm gonna say that much.
I
Yeah, he's
don't
a
give a
big teddy
fuck,
bear,
bro.
dude.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Like I don't give a fuck if they didn't announce it. I don't gamble, but my money's on Fresh, bro. I'll back my nigga Fresh, bro,
You're taking
all day.
Fresh? Okay.
I'll back him up all day long, bro.
Oh, Omar, that's a sad sighting to lose, bro.
I know, bro. Because Sneako's actually been training. I've seen him. Like he's been fucking going hard.
Damn,
I
so
thought
he's
Fresh was fat until I met him in person.
no, he lost weight for sure, bro.
I guess the camera does add weight to him too. I know it's like a cliche saying, but I was like, I didn't. I thought he'd be like huskier than he was. Pause.
He trains, but he doesn't like train hardcore. You know, like he'll do like very light weights and stuff. He was
Yeah,
doing
he'll
like
work out, but he won't like train. I get what you're saying.
he doesn't go in like high intense training. He would definitely be the underdog in that one.
Imagine he comes out on top.
Yeah, man.
That'd be crazy.
I'd lose my shit, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's depending on who you're working with, because I'll tell you from my kickboxing experience, you can hit pads all you want. You can be an animal on the pads, but the second someone's in front of you and they're punching back, it's way different.
Oh yeah.
So if neither of them has sparring experience, it's gonna look like a slap fight.
Yeah. Just slapping each other around.
Hmm.
You used to spar when you did kickboxing?
Yeah.
Man, I used to love that shit. I did boxing growing up, and every time we step in the ring, it's like an adrenaline rush.
Oh yeah. Something else for sure. I was looking to get back into it once my hands started getting better because I had a ligament tear a couple of years ago, so it's sidelined me. But man, I miss it a lot.
Not for sure. If you ever make the trip down there, to Miami, we definitely got to do some kickboxing, man.
Facts. Or if like in the future we go to Thailand, we could do some Thai boxing.
Some Muay Thai.
Yeah.
But I'm not stepping in the ring with you, can't, bro.
Nah, I have like a bad problem where like I can't hit people like I'm friends with, like even in like a sparring manner. It's like a mental block I was never able to get over in kickboxing.
You probably don't want to like hurt your friends and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, but like we're supposed to be training, we're supposed to be getting each other better. Like if I can't perform at a decent rate and pace, then I'm not helping either of us.
I wish you told that to my coaches growing up, man. They used to beat the shit out of us.
Oh shit.
Bro, they'd literally be asking us, like when we're in, like we're closed up, and I'll hear him whisper me to me. He'd be like, "Yo, is any of your family members like watching?" I'd be like, "No," and he'll just uppercut the shit out of me. Man, that shit was fucking brutal.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing, bro, because a lot of people stray away from that. They don't know what it means to actually get punched in the face and get into that altercation of actually head on head fighting with someone.
Especially with somebody that's actually like been training. Like it's one thing to fight these people in the street, they got like 30 seconds of cardio, but when you got people that got like 10 minutes of cardio, 20 minutes of cardio, like they know how to pace themselves. You're in there for shit, it feels like an eternity.
Bro,
Hmm.
for real though, bro. It's crazy. It's like them stairmasters, bro. It's like it never ends.
Hmm.
Or being in a plank, time goes by slower.
Dude,
Yeah.
every time. Yeah, the planks one is so accurate, bro.
Yeah, I remember getting like hazed in college for my fraternity, and we'd have to plank for like fucking forever. and they'd always like show us how long we've been in it. Like I know they're fucking with us when they're doing it, but they're like, it's only been 2 minutes when it's clearly been like 10. Mad funny.
Yo, Julian, you did any boxing or kickboxing growing up?
Just boxing mostly, bro. Like, I remember growing up, dude. I used to just buy gloves, and man, who was that one guy? He got really famous on YouTube. Let me look up if I see if I have it. He used to teach people how to bob and weave. Like I think I hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Like that's all he used to do is teach people how to bob and weave. Fight tips, that guy.
Oh, I know his vids
Yeah,
like scenarios and stuff like that, what
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
do.
yeah. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit is like 10 years, bro. Like 12 years, 13 years ago videos, bro. And like I was like in that era, and he made a great point one time to just, go out and just box people at the park. Just find someone. And that's exactly what I did, bro. I literally came up to like a whole bunch of like niggas everywhere at a basketball court. I was like, any of you guys want to box? And they all looked at me, bro. They're like, nah, we playing basketball, but probably some of them will do it. And it was so funny. Well, it was a white guy that came and we actually did it. And that's how I kind of started learning more and more. And then I lived in the hood and my whole life. So like fighting to me was like almost a damn near everyday thing. Like we would wrestle with the Mexicans, the whites will come, we'll box with them, we'll fight with them, fight with, the Mexicans, some of the blacks will come, just progression, so like fighting was always an everyday thing for me, either way, like I couldn't escape it. And that was kind of like a big thing. Me growing up, I always wanted to be strong as fuck. I always had the perception I want to be like fucking unbeatable, strong, like untouchable, like shit like that. So like for me, it was just a never ending. Hey, I want to go out and just fight, bro. Now I was trained. Like my dad, pretty young, bought us like a boxing bag, and we just started hitting that shit. So yeah, I mean, yeah, fighting was just like a big thing for me. Growing up, it was mostly me and my older brother. Everybody else kind of fell in the more comfortable zone of like, yeah, the big bros are here to protect us. And that's about it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, because like all throughout high school, it was either me getting suspended fighting or who else was it, bro? Me or my twin. That's about it, you know. But other than that, I mean, it was just mostly me, and I was always like the brash one, always wanted to fight. Like always wanted to make a statement. So yeah, fighting was always in my hindsight to always do. And like, bro, just looking at like how these dudes move nowadays, bro, these guys talk the most shit, bro. And when you press them to fight, bro, they just fucking clink up, bro, like nothing. They just freeze up. They don't say a word. They'll sit there and like do all this like sport showmanship in front of everybody in the crowd, and then you get to action and they just freeze up. So it's pretty whack, man.
A lot of people not really used to fighting. Like they're a lot of talk, but they don't really like. They don't have that fight in them. Like it's either that fight or flight reflex, and they don't really have that fight in them. A lot of people I noticed.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
I don't know, 0%. Especially like if you're in a club or something. Like those fights ain't about to last that long, so you might as well fucking throw your best. Throw down and fucking just get it going.
Those bar fights are weird, man, because a lot of them be like drunk and in the moment, motherfuckers are just like hitting you with bottles and shit.
Yeah, bro. Seriously. You know, you got motherfuckers around you. You don't know. They'll probably come sneak you. You know, some stupid shit.
You got a lot of like fucking loud music, dark ass rooms, and
Yeah.
fucking people drunk as fuck.
Yeah, that's what makes it like very like fuck, dude. I gotta be on my P's and Q's and make sure I'm near a wall, at least.
Yeah, don't turn your back to like a group of potential dangers.
Yeah, it's a no. That's the most you don't want to do.
Hmm.
The worst is like I remember one time I was in Hofstra in Long Island, it's a college in Long Island. They have like 18 plus bars, and you can come in at 18 years old. And this girl fell in front of me, like I'm just walking, and she just fell because she was drinking too much. And like three dudes thought I pushed her, and I was like, bro, I didn't push shit. So they're like pressing me, so I'm like, all right, fuck, I gotta like fight. And I'm just like, yo, because most of my boys at that time were they're like midgets, pretty much. They're like fucking 5'5", 5'6". I'm like, and these dudes are fucking like, almost 6 feet. So I'm like, yo, like
Good.
everything calmed down, but I was just like, it was like I was ready. I was like, oh shit, now I'm gonna have to throw down with three motherfuckers, man. For some bitch that's not even sucking my dick, bro. So I'm like, I was fucking pissed, bro. That's one of the
Yeah,
reasons I fucking quit drinking, man.
yeah. Drinking is a no, pretty much, man.
Yeah, I try to limit to it just when I'm on vacation.
I just hate not being aware of my surroundings.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Are you planning to make that trip over there, Kent, or you're gonna stay in Boston?
The trip to Florida that the guys are going this weekend.
No, no. A lot of us are planning to move by the end of the year to Florida
Uh
to Tampa.
so with biotech in my field, it's mainly either in San Diego or Boston. So if I want a relatively decent paying job, I got to stay up here. So my plan was after the time I have to wait to apply to the feds, then I was going to see if I could get stationed in Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or somewhere not in the fucking Northeast.
Yeah, it's just
But
fucking brutal, the Northeast, man.
when I was talking to Myron, though, he's just like, yeah, that sounds good in theory, but you remember you're going to be like the lowest on the totem pole. So they're going to stick you wherever they need you. And you just have to dug it out until, you have some leeway. And I understand what he's saying when he comes from that. So if I do end up getting put somewhere whack, I just do my time until I can get out.
I just hopefully they don't send you like some random place like Nebraska or something, man.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
It's so funny, bro.
But definitely, bro, like if you're ever, in the future, you can definitely stop by Tampa anytime because we're definitely moving. I know Julian already put in the other Julian, Jay, the black Julian, he put in his request because he works for Amazon. So they allow him to move to other states. So he put his request in for Tampa. And Sam, he's just waiting on his visa because he's Canadian. So he has a whole shit of problems.
Yeah. I wonder how that's going to work for him.
The visa?
Yeah. Because
So, one of the call-in shows, a dude called in from Canada asking Myron about visas, and he basically told him like, if you have a family member over here, they can sponsor you.
that'd be good for him because he should fucking get out of Canada. Um, I know he's smart enough not to get like a visitor's visa and fucking overstay or some shit like that. Um, but the best he could do is get an O1 visa, which is only given out to people of like extraordinary talent. So, say he had a skill that not many people could replicate or reproduce, you can apply using an O1 visa and they'll likely let you stay basically forever since it elicits like a one of a kind like trade option.
It's like one of those like special talent ones, right? Like a basketball player, football, like special athletes and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly like if I grew up in Toronto and I was going to the league, I could get an O1, say if I needed to play for the fucking Heat or some shit.
That's dope, man. Yeah, just trying to help the boy out, trying to get out of Canada because he's getting cooked on fucking the
Taxes.
yeah, like most of the Canadians complain like because the new tariff was coming around, so that's all over the media, and
Hmm.
they don't realize the people that tax Canadians the most is Canada.
Yep.
So it's like your own country fucking you.
Yeah, they're just pushing the blame to the US when they realize the problems within. And they're still voting for the Liberal Party. I just looked at Polymarket.
Hmm.
It's still like more than half the chance of winning is the Liberal Party. So they're not learning their lesson at all.
It's been really fucked them up, and they're not like US. They let their fucking politicians or prime minister, whatever they fuck they call that guy, for like 10 years.
Mhm.
Like that's a fucking lunatic. I was trying to see if I could help him out because I needed because he's in tech, Sam, and I needed some, because with the H1 visas, I needed some people to help me with my online, the Amazon e-commerce I'm running. I was thinking maybe I can get Sam, like him as an employee, like pay him W-2 and like legitimize it and try to help him out. Try to see if we can get out here.
That'd be some brother shit. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Yeah. Just to help them get out of there because it's bad over there, man. Like especially it's only getting worse. They let too many immigrants in.
Facts.
He's gonna let me know with his family member if they can sponsor him.
Yeah, that would be a saving grace.
Yeah, I'm about to hop off this Zoom call. I'm about to see what these dudes are doing.
All right, word. I might head to bed soon.
Yeah, but look at the chat and shit, man. Hit us up if anything, man. Anything changes.
Got it, man.
All right.
All
Peace,
right.
Kent.
Peace out.
All right, Julian. Peace.
Oh, I think he left.
No, he probably fell asleep.
His name's not there anymore.
Oh shit. All right. All right. Peace,
All right.
Kent.
Peace.